No matter what the BMI is, it matters if the person is healthy. Because you could be skinny and sick as hell. I mean, just I'm just keeping it 1,000. Just because you skinny don't mean you a record of board of health. You know what I'm saying? Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Alicia Meeks. Okay, so in the last video, I told you guys that I was getting a tummy tuck, right? Okay. Oh, y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. I'm letting y'all know already I would be acting funny. But anyway, in this video, I'm gonna tell you why I chose the surgeon I chose, who the surgeon is, how much it costs, and anything else I think of that I think y'all might want to know about the process. Okay. This began in July of 2021. I had my first consultation with Dr. Mannon, I don't know. But he was from the DR, right? So, I knew a few people who went to him, and so I was thinking about doing it, right? Because the price is definitely right, but I joined all of these different surgery groups on Facebook, and this one group called the No BS Tummy Tuck. They don't play no games. They don't sugarcoat nothing up in there. And so one lady gave a list of things that she had to make sure she took to the DR with her. And one of them was bug spray, like roach spray. And I'm like, yeah, no. I'm sorry. It's a no for me. I just could not do it. Like outside of that, it's not just the bug spray, okay? But it's the fear of danger because, you know, you do hear a lot of horror stories in regards to danger and death. But, you know, that's why you do your research. So I did my research and I thought I liked him and I just wanted to get a quote. I got a quote from him. I do believe that it was like $5,000. Um, and in that I was gonna get a tummy tuck, breast lift, just the works, right? Mommy makeover. I talked to a few people that went there and I was like, just tell me the truth. Tell me the truth because I need to know the truth. Tell me the truth. And they were just like, yeah, girl, it's a third world country. What you expect? You know, you can't be expecting it to look like out here and all of that. And so I'm like, anyway, the person was like, you can't expect it to be like it's gonna be in the United States and you're um in the Dominican Republic. No, it's not gonna be like that. Like I gotta be honest with you, it's not gonna be like that. It's And I'm like, but is it cleanly? Like, is it like a puppy mill sensation? Like, meaning they just popping you out like you a number? Like, okay, next. Zip, 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 next. I don't want to feel like next. You know what I'm saying? And so some of the people was like, yeah, it is like that. And a few of my YouTube friends who went to the DR, they were saying similar to the same things. And I just was like, I don't know. I'm going to think on it. But the price do sound right. And I did like his work. Okay. So then I heard about the penectomy. And that is when they cut the bottom of your stomach off for medical reasons, from your belly button down. They chop that off. But a tummy tuck comes over your belly button and they pull it down and create you a new belly button. And so the penectomy can be covered by your insurance. So I was like, let me look into that. Because what is the point of me paying insurance if they're not going to pay for nothing? So I went to my primary care physician and she was like, she was going to send me to a plastic surgeon within my medical group. So I went to that plastic surgeon within my medical group. So that's consultation number 2. And when I went to him, he was like, "Oh yeah, you would be a good candidate for it." And then he wanted me to have an X-ray because he thought I had a hernia. And so they did an X-ray, and come to find out it wasn't a hernia. But what they did say was I needed muscle repair because the muscles were separated. Y'all know I have my wonderful Maya, and I gave a vaginal birth to her, and I got big as a house. And when she was born, my muscles were together. Then, and as my stomach got bigger, my muscles came apart. That's what that surgeon suggested, and suggested that I see another plastic surgeon within my medical group just for a second opinion. So, ways that you can get covered for this penectomy is if you're having irritation because your stomach is hanging over, and it's get red underneath there, and hygiene issues. You could say that it's making you sad because when you have sex and intimacy, it make you feel like this and that. And bam, they said they was gonna cover it. So I went to the second one, and I was talking to her. So that's the third consultation. So I went to the second plastic surgeon within my medical group, and she said, "Yes, I think you are a good candidate, and your insurance will cover it." And I said, "Well, I really wanted a tummy tuck, so since that's like halfway a tummy tuck, would you be able to just do the whole tummy tuck and charge me the difference?" Laughing, but very serious. So she said yes. And then I said, "Well, can I have a quote for what the out of pocket would be?" And she said yes. And then she said, "I would want you to lose like 30 pounds before I would say yes to, moving forward. So lose the 30 pounds and come back." That irritated my soul. She was very. So then in one of the groups, I was hearing about this doctor in Atlanta, and she snatching people to the gods. She's not a insta famous surgeon, and she's just a really nice surgeon from Atlanta. And so all of these people were talking about Dr. Singh, Dr. Singh, Dr. Singh in this one group that I joined. And so I said, "Well, let me check out Dr. Singh." And what really drew me in was someone's comment that they had just had surgery with her the night before, and they woke up feeling this and that way. And they called and called and called the doctor's office. And Dr. Singh went to the hotel that they were staying at to check on this patient. And I just thought that was dope, because I don't want you to sew me up and ship me out. And then, just I'm out here bogus like this at the recovery home or whatever. Like, that really spoke volumes. So I'm like, "Hey, let me see what she's talking about." So I called to try to see what their process was, and they was like, "Well, Dr. Singh will want to do a Zoom with you since you're not in Atlanta, to do a consultation. Can you send us some pictures of you? And then she may need to see you again on the Zoom." Cool, no problem. So I told my husband about it, and we had the consultation with Dr. Singh. And when I tell you, this lady is just the nicest, sweetest thing since sliced pie, she's so, so sweet. And she was patient. I had an entire list of questions, and I will do another video with list of questions you should ask your surgeon. I had this whole list, and I was asking, and she was answering. Number one, she's board certified, A, in the United States of America. She does her surgeries in a hospital. That's why I need to be in the building. Cause if something go wrong, I need you to be able to hurry up, hurry, snatch, snatch, and not be trying to call an ambulance because I'm on your table in your clinic. I don't want to be in the clinic. I want to be in the hospital. I need to be where all the services is at. Okay? Because who knows? You don't know. And so I just want for safety precautions. So that was very impressive. And not only was she in a hospital, she's at Emory Hospital, which is a very reputable hospital in Atlanta. And just know anybody can't just go and do surgery there. So she's just popping off with the reasons. And she was just so patient. The quote was, here we go, y'all. $9,000, right? $9,000 for a tummy tuck with muscle repair and lipo to my sides and flanks. Okay? That's this. Because once they snatch you, you don't want to have all that extra. You know what I'm saying? So, tummy tuck, muscle repair, lipo. Sounds good to me. So, $9,000 for the actual surgery. However, because she's out of a hospital, she has to pay OR time as well as the anesthesia. It's another $2,000. So that brings us to $11,000. And you have to put down $1,000 deposit. So I was thinking like, okay, I'm going to think about it. She answered all the questions. She's board certified. She's really sweet and nice, very patient, blah, 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 blah. So I said, I'm going to think about it. But life began to happen. I didn't get an opportunity. And now we're in 2022. I got to put me first. Okay? I got to put me first.
I got to put me first. I got to put me first. I got to put me first.
I got to think of me. I just decided I'm about to live my best life and I'm doing anything that I want to do remotely. If it's anything that I want to do, I'm doing it. If it's anywhere I want to go, I'm going. I'm going to figure out a way. I'm going to make a way out of no way. Heard me? And I talked to my husband about it. And he said, I'm not for it, but if that's what you want to do, you should do what you want to do. And I'm happy because I'm deciding to do this based off of self, me, what I want to do. I want to feel good. When I talked to Dr. Singh, she looked at me and she was like, it's no way you're going to get rid of all of that loose skin, because I did lose 50 pounds over time. And so it doesn't matter. Like, if you lose the weight, if all that skin is just hanging, you know what I'm saying? Because my stomach was huge. I'm going to show y'all a picture. I know I put a picture in the last video when I was pregnant. So go back to the volume 1 when I was pregnant. So y'all can see my stomach was humongous, right? And so then had the baby. It went down some, didn't go down all the way. And then I lost weight again in like 2011. And then again in 2020 during the pandemic, I actually lost weight. And so it's just this skin hanging, and it's not going to go anywhere according to this plastic surgeon. It's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be there. It's extra skin. What can you do with it? So outside of that, the muscle repair is necessary too. So that's who I chose. I chose Dr. Singh. So I called back and I was like, so do this quote still stand? It hasn't been a year. And her assistant was like, I think she's really going to want to talk back to you again and, check in with you before we say yes, that quote remains the same. So she scheduled another Zoom call. And so myself and my husband, again, were on the Zoom call. And he asked whatever questions he might have had. I didn't have any more questions because I asked them all in the first consultation. She asked the questions she wanted to ask of me. And I told her that I had a consultation with another surgeon, actually, three other surgeons. And the one surgeon told me that I need to lose 30 pounds. And she was like, well, I specialize in plus size tummy tucks because I truly believe that your BMI or how skinny you are doesn't make you healthy. She was like, your labs are perfect, and if they weren't perfect, then I wouldn't be agreeing to move forward. And if you know what you're doing, you shouldn't have an issue no matter what the BMI is. It matters if the person is healthy. Because you could be skinny and sick as hell. I mean, just I'm just keeping it 1,000. Just because you skinny don't mean you a record of board of health. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with that 1,000%. I don't smoke. I don't have all these ailments. I'm not high blood pressure, high cholesterol, none of that. Thank you, Jesus. I rebuke it in the name of the Lord. So yeah. So she told me that the quote remains the same. So now I had to go set it off and get this money. Okay. So I decided to go with Dr. Singh and the next step after that. So once you make a decision, you have to sign this paperwork and you have to make your deposit. So I made my deposit like the same week. I thought about it for like 2 days and decided, yes, I'm moving forward. I put down the deposit, and the day I put down my deposit, baby, they scheduled me for the surgery. They scheduled me for the pre-op appointment. So the next step is I'm going to go to get clearance, medical clearance from my primary care physician. Because your primary care physician should know you best, right? And so I'm going to my primary care physician to have a medical screening for surgery and get clearance. So the clinic gave me documentation that I have to take to my primary care physician, and she's going to fill it out and say if she feels that I can move forward with surgery. And so after I do that, I will fly out to Atlanta, my husband and myself, and we will meet Dr. Singh in person for the first time during a pre-op appointment. I don't know what's going to happen in pre-op because I've never been. But it appears as though they do labs and things like that. They talk about, what's going to happen. So once I go to Atlanta for the pre-op appointment, my surgery is in the next 2 weeks after that. To have the surgery, you have to have a COVID test 3 days in advance. So I'm going to have to fly back to Atlanta, get a COVID test, and then I'm going to fly back the next day. And then 3 days later, I'm going to fly back to Atlanta with my husband. Because when I go for the COVID test, I'm just going to go by myself because that's going to be in and out. But so y'all going to come with me along this journey. I will do a video saying what questions you should ask your surgeon before you choose one, because that's very important. And I asked a lot of questions, and they were good questions because I got them along the way as I was going through these groups. Late at night, I'd be reading. I was watching every YouTube video. Like, I just wanted to see everybody's, journey. And that's why I am vlogging my journey, because other people's journey helped me, and I gained 2 new friends because of social media. There's 2 individuals that went through a tummy tuck. One was on YouTube and the other one's on TikTok. And I reached out to them, and they were so sweet and nice and willing to answer any questions. One of them called me. We were on the phone for about 45 minutes, and it was just dope. Like, that's what's up. So if there's any questions that you have of me throughout this journey and throughout this process, I want you to put them down in the comments. I am going to answer you. I need positivity, people. Negative stuff, I'm quick with the control, alt, delete. Okay? I don't have no energy for that. You don't think people should get tummy tucks? Like I said in the last video, I've never had an issue with surgery. I had an issue with people who get surgery and pretend like I'm not saying nothing about it, but I'm saying let's keep it 1,000. So if I had surgery, I had surgery. You don't have to blast it to the world. Everybody's not as comfortable. But don't lie and make it like you this workout guru all of a sudden and everything. No, just stop. So, that's the only issue that I have. But nevertheless, we're going to keep it positive along the way because this is enough stress that I'm even doing this and going through it. And I just need encouragement. I don't need no negativity. And that's that. And that's why I'm limiting the people that I share this with. By the time you watch this video, I'm more than likely going to be done had my surgery. And this is going to be on the day that these come out. I will be done had my surgery already because I want to wait to put these out until I actually go forth with the surgery. Because that'll be crazy if I put it out and then something occur, God forbid, and I don't end up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to wait. And then that way I can keep kicking them out to you because I'll be ahead, you know? So just let me know in the comments if you have any questions that you want me to ask the surgeon, because I am emailing her and I'm asking her if I can bring my camera into the facility, into her clinic. I want to know if I can ask questions on camera. So if you have a question, ask me and I'll ask her. Okay? So that's what's up. I'll see y'all later. Thank y'all for following me. And if you don't already follow me, this is your first time on my channel, go right ahead and subscribe. And you can also click that like button. But go ahead and subscribe so you can join me on my journey.